Hi, today we're talking about EFcore, Entity Framework Core, virtual, lazy loading, eager loading, navigation property, blah, 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 all those things. It's a very simple concept, but the effectiveness of this usage in the projects or applications is very huge. The performance and all, it depends upon this only, and the deadlocks between these stuffs. Okay, but it's a concept is very simple if you understand. Otherwise, it is again hectic. Let me come up. EF core. What it is? EF core means entity framework core. It is just earlier it was called entity framework and now it is called entity framework core. It's a object relational mapping. It means in the database you have multiple tables, table employee, table product, table order kind of. And then earlier days normal ADO dot used to mention like select star from table employee dot the each column you are used to mention all those things. But instead of those, each mapping you are maintaining manually or in the coding, normal texting, it leads to error prone and many other handling was hectic. Okay, there are so many advantages to address that this EF code is using. So in this, we have the option of like code first, write the code first and then generate the database. Reverse engineering DB for using the DB, you can create this one schema, class structure, all those things. That's it. It's an object relational mapping. Okay, that's a simple concept. But if you want to know, just check more videos, whether mine or anyone else, you'll understand. Okay. Now the main topic is on other concepts. It's called virtual. Virtual means when we have the class definitions. Let me go with the specific example what we need. Yeah, before coming to this, uh, I just paused to type this example. So, virtual in the normal explanation, the class hierarchy, when we go for the inheritance, in the base class, we will define a method called virtual. Whenever you say virtual, it expects these things has to be overridden in the derived classes. Okay, so this is the basic car is the virtual car is having the get name. It says it's just a car, but it expects in the specific later case what is the exact name of this car. In Mahindra class, for example, it implements this overriding, and then it returns I'm Mahindra car, I'm Benz car, or whatever it is. Okay, this is the purpose of virtual in terms of inheritance structure. Okay, so now coming back to this. Okay, here in this EF core also this concept inheritance and virtual override it remains as it is. Okay, don't bother about it. But the purpose of if you go through EF core or any documentation either MSDN or anywhere, you will get to know use virtual whenever you need a navigation property property to be lazy loaded. Okay, that's a confusion. It's again okay. I'll just try to make you with the example itself. Lazy loading means, for example, you have one product, and that product is ordering by billions of users. Okay, so in that case, whenever you are looking for a particular product, if you are looking for find the product with ID, if you are trying to load the all those billions of orders, then your DB will be crashed. In this case, instead of loading like that, just load the first product and then if needed then go for the dependent billions of order out of which 100 or whatever it is depends upon your conveniency. That is called lazy loading. It means that is the reason I just mentioned it is 1 plus n. Earlier all the place they mention it is n plus 1, but it is actually 1 plus n. One load you do, then based upon that how many calls you do it, you are about to do. Okay, you're calling. Eager loading means, as I told you, you are extracting the data at in a single shot. You will extract all those data from DB in a single shot, loading data eagerly. Okay, so the navigation property means, yeah, I'll just show the code. Okay, yeah, one sec. Let me go to the code. Oh, yeah, before let me introduce about myself. Namaskara, hello, blah blah blah. We are from Katay Software and Solutions. My name is Madhu. We are a small startup, technical startup. Mostly we do software and social service awareness. We are Kannadigas, so that is the reason the name Katay is a donkey. Okay, so specifically work on Blazor and .NET related stuffs. You can find me on these platforms. Let me come back to the example. Okay, so product. This is the please leave that previous example. This is with respect to inheritance. Don't confuse that. Now let's go back to the this is EF core, purely EF core example. I'll tell you that concept virtual override is there. Just leave it. When you are having this product, you have like this product is having multiple orders and it is having multiple parts. Okay, intentionally I just clubbed it to make it understandable. This is the best example. And then in the order, each order will have ID and date time and product ID. It contains this kind of nesting. And then part. This part means, for example, if a mobile, then it will be having speaker, IC, and display. So many parts. So those each parts under this. Okay. So when you are going for a displaying the item, probably in the Flipkart, Amazon, anywhere, you have to display. You need to display each what are the parts it contains. For example, what is the processor, what is the display, all those things. In that is the case, it means you need to load the data always. In that case, you make it eager load. It means whenever you are loading the product details, you should load the parts detail also. Okay, then in that case it needs eager loading. It means whenever you're loading this product, you need this details also. So in that case, you don't mention virtual here. Okay, if you didn't mention virtual, it means whenever you are extracting the data. Yeah, coming back to the example, contents.products first are default with ID. Okay, I'm just mentioning product. Okay, I'm just doing this. When we do this, it extracts the part also by default, because I didn't mention anywhere virtual. I'm doing it eager loading. That's it. Okay, clear. Now coming back to the same example, same model, in the product is having multiple orders. It is by billions of users, as I told you. Let's consider hundreds of users. Okay, even 10 users, for example, 10 orders. Still, you don't want it. Why to take risk? So what to do? You just mention it as virtual. So when you say virtual means it will not be loaded by default. So that is called eager loading. Okay. Where is that example? Yeah. Here in the same statement, when you called this, it extracted products with part, but there is no information about orders. So that's what I'm mentioning. Above doesn't have orders. So it means lazy loading of orders. Okay, this is called lazy loading. That's it. Okay. Here at the same place, what is eager loading of part? Okay, part has been eagerly loaded. That's why eager loading. And lazy loading of orders, because lazy orders has not been loaded. Now, if needed this particular one, then what you can do? Okay. Uh, I will just copying from Visual Studio to here somewhere. Product with part. If this is not null, then go for extracting. Teen, 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 teen. Okay. Context dot entry of this particular product. In that, extract all the orders. Okay, collection and all those things and assign it to orders. This is called eager loading. Okay, you mean you did one loading first time, then you are calling n loadings. N means if you have 10 orders, then it makes 10 calls. Okay, so that kind of way you are making the separate calls. That's about it. It's about, again, it is a lazily loaded. Okay, instead of doing this separately, if you wanted to do it, you already declared it as virtual. For example, many places you are using, probably in this example itself you declared it as orders as for other purpose, but still you need to call it eager loading in some place. Then what you can do is just call this products, then include. If you say include, it means it includes in the same single query. It makes like same like this way, how products loaded with part, same way this product loaded with parts and also orders. That's it. Okay, this is the beauty of ef core definition, all those things. Why they defined this, why the necessity of this one is, everything is because of performance. Instead you can simply call everything and do this, all those things. Okay, but the reason or motive of this particular is to make the performance optimization. So that is the reason you should understand this concept and go with the exact purpose. Again, I will repeat, when you are looking in a Flipkart product, it's a mobile or so many other bike part or something, you need the parts information. That is the reason I am not mentioning it virtual. It means when I display the product, by default I am displaying the parts information. So as a user, I don't want the order information. So that's why I'm just mentioning it as virtual. But I wanted to see on click of particular product who all the users has brought this. For example, how many orders or something. On clicking of that product specifically, I want that profile information orders. Then if when I click that, it just loads this. That is the reason about the total concept of this virtual eager loading, lazy loading, or all those stuffs. Okay. Yeah. If still if you guys have any more question or something, please raise. I am available in multiple platforms. Either it could be Twitter, YouTube, anywhere. Okay. Cool. Happy coding, happy sharing, happy smiling.